Hello everybody and welcome to week 3 of the IL-2 Sturmovik Battle of Stalingrad early access phase. So, in this week we now actually have access to the aircraft's guns, and we also have AI planes to use them on. And from the bit I've been playing so far, I can say that the 109 is a very dominating fighter, the 109F-4. And in a 1 versus 1 situation in the LaGG-3, there's not a lot you can do, because the 109 is fast, it turns better, it climbs better, and it most probably also dives better. And I think the only advantages the LaGG-3 might have is slight edge in roll rate. And I also have the impression that the overall firepower is a little bit better in the LaGG-3, simply because the heavy machine gun on the LaGG-3 is a lot more powerful than the twin machine guns on the 109F. So, I'm going to jump into a 109F4 and show you what this thing can do. There's a new mission here, which is the Bf109 dogfight. Basically what it does is you just spawn at the airfield, the one we've always been spawning so far. Yeah, this is the mission zone. So we are going to spawn here at Lepino. Then the first waypoint is over here. This is near some kind of village or town. And once you get within 5 kilometers of this zone, it will actually trigger an aircraft spawning zone. And so at first we are going to face a single LaGG-3. And once we've shot that down, we have to go to the other dogfight zone. Then there's going to be another LaGG-3 spawning. And once we've done this, and we go back here, then it will spawn either an ace pilot or a pair of fighters. And then you go back here, back there, back here, as long as you have ammunition. Okay, so I've taken 50% fuel. You cannot adjust the gun conversions just now. You cannot choose any other payload other than this. And I'm not sure if this is meant per machine gun, but in terms of overall number, this ammo loadout would be too few, because the 109F had 500 rounds per gun and not in total. 200 rounds for the 20mm seems reasonable. That was the maximum the 109 could carry. Okay, so let's jump into the cockpit. So we are again back here at the airfield where we took off in the other few videos I've already done. So, first thing to do, close the canopy, because we don't want to go open topped when we take off. Then here, I think it's a good idea to start open the water radiator, set it up to, let's say, 75%, and we can actually start the engine, because everything else is pretty much automatic on anyways. Tail wheel is locked, okay. By the way, there's a car pretty much going around the airfield here. So, let's take off then. By the way, this is the stock default skin for the 109F. I personally like it quite a bit. It's good looking. So, there's our first waypoint. This is dogfight area A, I think it's called. Dogfight zone A, okay. So, as said, once you get within like 5 kilometers of this zone, it's going to trigger an enemy fighter, and it's good to have a little bit of altitude advantage before you go in. You get the enemy spawn at somewhere between 1000 and 1500 meters, so being a little bit above that is never a bad idea. I think the LaGG-3 spawned. Yeah. So this is our enemy. He's already over the town, and it's quite a little bit more difficult to spot aircraft than it is, for example, in cliffs, because they're just way smaller. Oh, there he is. In a 109, it's never a bad idea to go vertical against your opponents, simply because the 109 is very good at climbing. LaGG-3 not so much. I can see the AI is kind of wobbling around the air. So the lag freeze there, and I hit him with a burst, and he's already going down. That's one of the things at this point which are kind of confusing, because I personally think the weapons right now are too effective, especially coming from Cliffs of Dover. And I don't mean to say that I think Cliffs has it perfectly modeled and is kind of like a benchmark in this regard, because in the stock Cliffs of Dover game, I feel like 20mm gun cannons are much less effective than they should be, because you can waste an entire ammo load on a single fighter and it's still going to fly around. And this has been improved upon in the Team Fusion patches, especially the latest 3.0 version, and or 4.0 are we now? Yeah, I think 4.0. And but I think the 20mm are still a little on the weaker side. But on the other hand, here in Battle of Stalingrad, I think the cannons are maybe even too powerful, because it basically just takes 2 or 3 hits and your opponent is done for. And I think this is somewhat of an exaggeration of the effectiveness. Should be at least twice as many rounds necessary. There is our lag. Just have to watch out so I don't lose him. Ah, there he is. And driving on your opponent, you have to watch out you don't get too fast, because if you pull out, you're going to black out very quickly. And see me just pulled up and started to back out already. Some long range burst. There. He lost something. I think part of his elevator maybe. Let's check it out. What are you missing? Oh, he's losing. He has lost his right flap, I think. There he is. He's still flying. Let's give him another shot. By the way, once you progress in this mission, then eventually a pair of fighters will spawn you have to face off against, but also you are going to get friendly 109 to your assistance. You can't control it by commands, but you can. It does help you in a fight, and the AI 109 is pretty good. It's not really competitive, but it does occupy the LaGG-3s quite a bit. Okay, hit him again, still flying. He lost his wing. And the pilot bailed. And another fighter gone. So, off to dogfight zone A again. I think we have a friendly 109 now in the air. Ah, he's just taking off. Okay. And we are climbing towards the dogfight zone A. This is gorgeous. This is an excellent 3D model. I like it a lot. Being a 109 fan. Okay. If he says freie Jagd, then I guess, which means free hunt, by the way. I guess the enemies have spawned by now. That's a single enemy. I think this is now an AI ace. At least that was the case in an earlier dogfight I had. Didn't say just now, but it said some other time AI ace spawned. So where is he? Okay, he's over the town. Ah, there he is. Going vertical. Because in the LaGG-3 he's again not going to get his nose high up as easily as I can. So we are already coming in at his 5 o'clock. By the way, the ammo indicators don't work yet, so they show at half full for both cannons and machine guns, but it doesn't really show your current ammo status. Okay. 1 or 2 hits already in, 20mm, which is those black puffs you can see. The machine guns do also give an indication for hits. Those are kind of light grey clouds. Yeah, machine gun hit. Trying to finish him off. He's already damaged. His engine is pretty much dead for. Ah, engine is dead. And it's going down. Oh, what is this? Had some part of the aircraft that just was thrown into the air by the explosion. Haven't seen that yet. Okay. There's our comrade. He's also going to proceed to the dogfight zone now, so we're going to have him as a support. And he's not too shabby of a pilot. At least he can handle his aircraft without throwing it into a spin. And I've also seen the AI actually take out enemies. That's not completely useless. And we are already almost at 2000 meters, which should give us a nice advantage. Okay, so the enemy seems to have spawned. Yeah, 2 fighters now. Yeah, there they are. It's the position. Okay, they are near the city. This one? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, IL-109 is already engaged, it seems. Somebody opened fire there. Look, freeze. I'm going to go for this one. And I hit him. It's zooming it back up. Oh, he's not going to bring his nose high enough. There's his friend. He's top priority now because he's oh, he's coming at me. One thing to take in mind with the AI of ROF and Battle of Stalingrad is that they are very good shots. So going head on, not a good idea. Not at all. Don't shoot. That was a dangerous situation. Yeah, there he is. Engines out. And he's going down. Yeah. No, I think there's his friend. Yeah. Tries to put up a fight. And he's just going to die. I lost his elevator. Going into lag pursuit. Should put me on his tail. trying to finish him off with the machine guns. I want to see how effective they are. So far I've had the most kills with the cannon, because that really smacks them down in a few hits. I think the machine guns, if you hit, should be quite effective as well. Aircraft destroyed. So I don't know how much ammo I have left, but I'm going to go for dogfight zone A again. Oh, is our friend still up? No. Maybe he was shot down in the process. Could be. A little bit of altitude should be a good idea. Yeah, enemy spawned. Oh, it's a single enemy again. Guess it's an AI ace again. Let's try to find him. Where the hell are you? Should be coming from this direction here. Oh, same old this time, okay. Well, I'm not too worried about this. IL-109 co-ult, you pretty much have already won. It's only when he's higher than you, then you have to be a little bit on the edge. But that is the case for pretty much every such confrontation. It's never a good idea to have an enemy above you, because that gives him the initiative. Oh, machine guns run out. And wing gone. Okay. Okay. So I think I will leave the 109 here and show you another flight in the LaGG-3, which is not going to be nearly as easy as this one. In fact, I have to admit that I have not been able to shoot down a 109 in the LaGG-3 so far, except once where the 109 pilot seemed to have fallen asleep and I could climb after him on his 6 o'clock and drill him with bullets. It was the only one occasion where I actually managed to shoot 109 down. So I'm going to land this thing and then we'll hop into the LaGG-3 and see what we can do. Also, the 109 handles much better than the LaGG-3. The 109 still, as you could see, does wobble around through the air a bit, but I think it is more stable than last week's version. Last week when the 109F was introduced, it was incredibly unstable. Maneuverable but unstable. The LaGG-3 is more stable than this, but you can't pull at all. on the stick without almost stalling it instantly in a turn. So you can't really ride a stall and fight like this, but you have to be very, very cautious. This is where the 109 definitely has the edge. It is much more responsive near the edge of the flight envelope. So, touchdown. Made a good landing. Tail does jump around a little bit, but I think that is realistic. I've seen 109s do that in real life. Seems to be what tail draggers in general do. Okay, so much for this magnificent bird. Okay, finish mission. LaGG-3 Series 29. LaGG-3 dogfight. This is pretty much the same as the 109 mission, except tables are turned now. So you fly the LaGG and you've matched against 109s. Proceed to Zone A in case of enemy defeat in Zone A, proceed to Zone B and so on from A to B and B to A. Plane setup. Fuel load 50, 5.7mm 200 rounds, 20mm 160 rounds. So the ammunition is kind of limited. You cannot really spray and pray. You have to be careful about it. Okay, so here we are on the LaGG. First things first, prop pitch mixture, and we can already start the engine. I think I have to open the oil and water radiator. These are two levers down here. I'm going to leave them at about 60. So I don't overcool or undercool the engine. Unfortunately there's no wheel lock in this, so you have to be more careful on the takeoff. And I'm going to close canopy just in a moment. Just have a look at this magnificent 60 UF again. By the way, this indicator is for the gear, so it goes up out of the wing when the gear is out, and it goes into the wing when the gear is in. So closing the canopy. Let's get ready to take off. Airborne, and now we can retract the gears. See, it's going in. Gears in now. So this time I'm going to spend more time to get to altitude, because that is really essential in this aircraft in order to stand a chance against the 109F. You have to have altitude when you go up against an aircraft as performant as the 109F in this thing. Personally think the LaGG-3 is not going to be a very cherished online fighter versus fighter machine, but I think it's going to be used quite a lot in bomber interception, especially with the gun selection it gets, with the 23mm VIA and the 37mm SH-37. I think it's going to be a very good choice if you plan on hunting bombers in it. So we are doing well in terms of altitude. I'm trying to have about 2,000 meters by the time the 109 spawns. So 1,700 meters now and climbing. So the LaGG-3 handles quite well in the normal flight envelope, but as soon as you want to get near the edges, do a tight turn, it is very temperamental. It doesn't like doing that at all. I think maybe a later series LaGG-3 is going to do better in this regard, because from the series 34, 35 on, the LaGG-3 received leading edge slats similar to those on the 109, and that should help keeping the aircraft in the turn while turning. The enemy has spawned. Yeah. He seems pretty low. Right over the city. Ah, there he is. Okay. Let's try not to stall this thing. You can already hear it moaning. 109 is much more capable of keeping the nose up. And you can see me almost stalling out there. As said, the LaGG-3 is a handful. I don't envy other red pilots at all over this aircraft and having to deal with 109s. But we are coming in behind him. Doesn't look too bad. Well, oh, going the other way. Ah, that was shot, damn it. Oh, this is not so good. Wow. And he's going to outzoom us. Got no more altitude than we have. Ah, hit him. But the hit detection does not seem to be all that consistent. Sometimes I get hits with rounds that I thought would go actually beyond the aircraft without hitting, and other times I think I hit him square on and it doesn't really connect. And he's smoking quite heavily. I think he's pretty much done for. He's diving. What does he do? What the hell? He just vanished. Maybe pilot kill. Could be. Okay, well. That went better than expected. I was already expecting myself to be humiliated by the AI in a 109. There are more chances for me to humiliate myself into dogfight zone B now and getting that precious altitude back on. So right now the LaGG-3 without any unlocks has a single UBS heavy machine gun, which is basically the best heavy machine gun of the Second World War, both in hitting power, rate of fire and ballistics. It's even significantly better than the US M2 machine gun. And even in synchronized, in a synchronized version, it has a pretty good rate of fire. Again, unsynchronized mountings, it goes up to nearly 850 or 900 rounds per minute, and it's synchronized. I think it goes up to 700 to 800. It fires the heaviest bullet of any heavy machine gun in the Second World War. That's our 109. Much lower. That's a nice thing. He's trying to climb into us, but I think he's going to stall out and I want to hit him. It's not going to work. And I keep stalling this aircraft in a turn. I don't even pull all that much, and it's already near critical AOA. And if I had to take a guess, I think the most competitive Russian fighter in Battle of Stalingrad is going to be the Yak-1 with the 105 PF engine. I don't think the LA-5 will be such a world beat because it's not an FN, and the very first series version was kind of a piece of shit. Probably faster than the other fighters at sea level, but it's not really fast at altitude. And turning performance is going to be kind of lacking, especially against something like a Yak-1. Oh, trying not to stall this thing. And I hit him! Yay! Okay. What is this? Did you lose a gear leg? Something just fell off. But oh, not a freeze. I think it has to do with the damage modeling, which is not perfectly worked out yet. So it is going to cause some freezes or errors or whatever. And there we have the parachute I bailed out. So one more engagement and I think my ammo will be depleted anyways, in this aircraft at least. So that's the UBS, that's the cannon. And you have handles here for the cannon, for the machine gun, to probably unblock it in case of a stuck shell or something. I think our opponent has spawned. Oh! It's 2 actually, and we have a friendly lug to help us out. 2 109s now is quite business. Oh, there they are. Okay, there you are. Whoa. Install this. To go for the higher guy. Yeah. Descending. I want to keep my altitude up. Altitude is very precious in the LaGG-3. You're not going to get altitude up as quickly as in the 109. And I hit him, but I think I did not cause him all that much of trouble there. Yeah, it's going for the LaGG-3. He's bailing, or is... no, it's not, he's going for the LaGG-3 still. And I'm completely run out of ammo. Okay. Yeah. I'm completely dry. I am going to run home. The 109 crashed. And I'm going to land this thing if I can make out. If it, oh, there it is. Oh, 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 oh. There's the 109. Where is he going? He's not helping me at all. Okay. That's good news. I am going to do a very, very quick landing here. Because I don't want to get shot to pieces at all. Just have to get rid of all that excess speed. Gear down. Flaps down. Let the descent back to get too high. And put this thing on the ground in one piece. Possible. Yeah. Kind of a tough landing. But if it's in one piece, then I don't mind it. Okay, so The 109 just passed me. Yeah. Seems like the LaGG-3 got a hit on him. I can actually see holes in the aircraft. Other side looks okay. Here you can actually see the pilot through the holes. Okay, so, but our aircraft is in one piece, which is fine. Stop the engine here. Open the canopy. Okay, let's finish this. So, that's it in terms of dogfighting in IL-2 Battle of Stalingrad so far. I am not sure what is going to be up for next week, what the big difference is going to be. But I do like dogfighting quite a bit. I think the aircraft is still a little bit on the twitchy kind of side. It is pretty difficult to fly these things coordinated and not wobble around the air like a crazy man. But being in development at 35% completeness, I think there's quite a lot of space still for optimization, and I'm pretty sure the flight modeling is not finalized yet, so there's going to be a definite improvement on this, I'm sure. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm going to put up a new video as soon as week 4 hits.